Western Digital buys SanDisk Corp. Google announces YouTube Red for ad-free videos. Twitter launches polls and apologizes to developers, and a lot more. It's Wednesday, October 21st, and this is Crunch Report. Let's kick this show off with an old school acquisition. Western Digital has just bought SanDisk Corp. for around $19 billion. Now, reports had previously indicated that SanDisk was shopping itself around for a buyer, so looks like it found one. The deal put SanDisk at $86.50 a share in value. That's about a 15% premium on its previous closing price for a total value of $15.4 billion. The stock shot up about 4.78% in pre-market trading, then settled down a bit. It's still about 2% up. SanDisk, the maker of flash memory chips, will certainly help Western Digital step forward from its legacy disk hard drive business, although SanDisk's last couple earnings reports have lagged behind expectations a bit. CEO Sanjay Mehrotra is expected to join the Western Digital board once the deal closes, and Western Digital CEO Steve Milligan stays put. So would you pay never to see an ad on YouTube ever again? Google just launched a solution for you called YouTube Red, not to be confused with RedTube. Don't know if they thought about that, but whatever. YouTube Red turns Google Play Music's on-demand service into a new $9.99 subscription for ad-free viewing across all of YouTube. That's music and other videos too. It'll launch on October 28th in the US and globally sometime afterward. iOS users still have to deal with Apple's in-app purchase tax, so they'll be charged $12.99. So don't do it that way. YouTube Red won't be its own app either, not a standalone app, just a new tier on existing YouTube and Google accounts, and will split its subscription revenue with the rights holders of stuff that people watch and listen to. They've signed up with a majority of independent creators and record labels and TV networks and movie studios, but, and this is a big but, any creator who doesn't sign the deal for YouTube Red won't show up on YouTube Red at all. In fact, their videos will be removed completely from all of YouTube. And that is completely absurd. In fact, please tweet me if you're a creator that this is happening to, because, well, it's completely absurd. One good thing, YouTube Red will also offer background play, so you can close the app without stopping the audio of whatever you were watching on your phone. Hate that. Glad that that's changing. The company also announced a YouTube Music app dedicated to music-related video streaming. It's not live yet, but it's in the works, and either free with ads or ad-free as part of YouTube Red. Next year, the service will also start airing its exclusive YouTube original series and movies. That's YouTube's internally produced premium video content with big stars like PewDiePie and the like. Remember when Twitter started cutting off third-party developers, this is a few years ago, to some of Twitter's new and cool features? At Twitter's Flight conference today in San Francisco, CEO Jack Dorsey addressed that issue and was adamant about the company's new direction, saying, quote, "Our relationship with developers got confusing, unpredictable. We want to come to you today and apologize for the confusion. And it really may be time to turn over a new leaf in that regard and make friends with developers again. Today, Twitter was downgraded by Morgan Stanley, which cited limited engagement and limited user growth and concerns about the company's advertising business. The downgrade sent the stock down almost 7% in morning trading." In other Twitter news, do you like polls? Yes or no? See what I did there? You might have noticed a stream of polls flooding Twitter over the past few weeks as the company has tested out this new feature, and now, today, it's officially launched polls to everyone. Polls that, for now, only offer two options, so it's that yes and no thing, which makes the tool pretty limited, but will probably expand over time if they get enough user traction. For those of you who'd like to keep your opinions to yourself, Twitter says voters won't be tracked, meaning your participation isn't made public to anyone but yourself. So just go nuts, you pollsters. So it has been a fun week around the TechCrunch office while Alex Wilhelm's been testing out Microsoft's new Surface Book and Surface Pro 4. We love it when we get new gadgets. He has 2 great video reviews on both. Check those out. But let's start off with the Surface Book. That's the laptop with a removable display, which Alex thinks could be a little too much for people who like inexpensive laptops to browse the internet and to check email. And let's be honest, there are a lot of those people. He also noticed that its touchpad sometimes had a hard time accepting input from either too dry or too moist fingers. Kind of weird. Overall, it's a device much more designed for a person who wants to get the most out of Windows 10's touch-focused features, but packaged to be both mobile and desktop. As for the Surface Pro 4, which is really a thinner, more powerful version of the Surface Pro 3, it's still a tablet-first device. With the Pro 4, Alex also thinks that Microsoft has made its best tablet to date with its best touch-friendly OS, that's Windows 10. You might recall that the Surface Pro 3 ran Windows 8.1. Into the future we go. iOS 9.1 is now rolling out, which includes, among other things, drumroll please, new emoji characters, including the middle finger emoji. Also rolling out now are updates to watchOS for Apple Watches and an update for OS X El Capitan, both of which will receive the new emoji as well. I won't do that to you again. Emoji standards are set by the Unicode Consortium, so this is really just Apple supporting that new standard, not necessarily wanting you to flip off your friends via text. But you can do that now if you want. Other emoji include a burrito. That's the best news I've ever received. New animals like squirrels and lions and unicorns, dollar eye sign faces, more weather emojis, and others. iOS 9.1 also includes an update for live photos. Now, an iPhone 6s or 6s Plus will sense when it's being raised or lowered, so it won't record those extra movements that kind of bothered people in the first iteration. Also, compatibility updates for the soon-to-be-released 4th generation Apple TV and new iPad Pro, and a new setting for messages that lets you disable contact photos via a toggle switch. Meanwhile, Apple developers are also getting the Gold Master, that's kind of like the final version of tvOS for Apple TV as well. Quickly looking ahead to tomorrow, it is a big earnings day. Google, which is now actually Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, AT&T, and Pandora all have their quarterly numbers to report, and we will tell you all about them. For today, we are done. I'm Sarah Lane. Thanks for watching, everybody. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can find us on iTunes, on YouTube, and on Facebook as well. See you tomorrow.